You're listening to the Bruce and Deuce Show, but I digress show with Kip and Cam. If you're easily offended or politically correct, this show is not for you. We will offend, and we do not apologize.
What really PC on this one?
PC?
Well, I don't know.
What's PC? Oh, politically correct?
Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, you know, I was wondering if we were going to get into this.
I know. I was trying to think of stupid topics, and then you said your list kind of thing. I was like, oh yeah, I need to.
Well, you know, I've been going a little bit crazy with. I mean, I actually don't get into it, but I don't. Unfortunately, I'm on Facebook, and that's all I hear is the gay pride stuff,
I know.
or the Dukes of Hazzard stuff, or the Clinton stuff, or the Trump stuff. You know,
It's so tiresome, isn't it?
Yeah,
Can't
because
do anything now.
Yeah, you can't do it. There was a great picture. It had like a gun to a guy's head, and the guy was bending down, and he had like a Christian cross on, and the gun was rainbow colored, and it said, "Now bake my cake, bitch."
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are fined $150,000.
I know they've shut people down, and I mean, now you got Bubba Watson. He's going to paint over the rebel flag on top of the General Lee that he bought for $110,000. They took it off of TV land, right? And I saw a meme today. It's just like, yeah, you weren't offended by Dukes of Hazzard for the past 37 years until somebody said you should be.
Look, I thought we had this all situated out, you know, with the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King. Apparently he did jack squat because now we're just at bigger race wars than ever before. I think that people are they're just insane.
Here's a caveat, just in case you don't want to listen to us. Yes, we're both white, so sorry about that. I apologize.
I don't apologize.
Saying that I'm white, even though I really am, and we're that's a mark. I was gonna say, we could talk about white privilege and how we should.
There is none.
I know.
I can't get any benefits because I'm a single white male with no kids.
Oh, I'm not. No, anyway, that's not the point. The point is the Dukes of Hazzard. We should probably talk about. I don't know. I don't. I remember watching the show. Right?
It's one of my favorite shows. That's my favorite car. There's nothing like the General Lee. Look, I don't care if you're black, white, rich, famous. The General Lee existed. They used the Confederate flag. It was just another declaration of the Stars and Stripes.
When you're fighting against Boss Hogg and what's his name? Major P. Coltrane. What's his name? And seeing the cool cars jump. I mean, who doesn't love that stuff?
The last thing I ever thought about was enslave black people. Let's watch Dukes of Hazzard. Enslave black people.
I mean, we were so young. I mean, if I was a little older at the time, then I'd probably be looking at Daisy Dukes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, they'll probably ban those soon enough anyway.
Probably, I mean. But, big
Daisy Duke wasn't black. She's banned.
Yeah, I mean, are we going to ban the color orange because it was part of the General Lee?
I mean, how far does it go?
Yeah, what about the red, white, and blue? I mean, there was red and white and blue on that. Anyway, it's just the whole PC thing. It's just, there's no First Amendment anymore. It's been completely obliterated.
Well, right.
If you don't, say you're a subset of person.
What will this all come to? Because we weren't in the Civil War. All the black people alive were not in the Civil War. You were not slaves. If you're unhappy with America, go back to Africa. Don't worry about the General Lee because they lost the war.
Yeah,
and it wasn't about slavery. It was about them wanting to be independent of the northern states.
Yeah, I mean, it would have died on its own occasion, I think. I'm not necessarily... That's... And I think the bigger thing is that history was history, right? I saw a great Facebook meme that said... It showed the pictures of the Egyptian pyramids, and they said, when are we going to get rid of these icons of slavery?
Yeah.
Right? I mean...
Yeah, but those are historic monuments. God forbid we have a car running around with the Confederate flag painted on it.
No. This is ban cars. This is ban people.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There's a great line from King of the Hill, and Del Gribble goes, I wish the government would just ban itself. Wrap your head around that one.
Yeah, I mean, really, who's controlling these people? I mean, who's making these laws, who's enforcing them, and who's giving them the power to enforce it?
Yeah, who's giving the power? Yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, I just like to be left alone. But I mean, that's impossible with the population now. I don't know. There's no answer, and I think it's just going to come to a head.
Well, I think, eventually, because people aren't being mature enough. I mean, because there's obviously Black Panthers that really hate whites, and they're white killers, right? Yeah. But I'm not out trying to ban them. No, their logo and their fist and all of their emblems, that's fine. That's their thing. If you want to wear a Confederate belt, wear a Confederate belt. Now, if you hurt somebody physically, then you have punishments to make.
I mean, when you think about we're taking Dukes of Hazzard, a show that's been on for apparently 37 years, and that's what we're whining and complaining about. But yet you have ISIS, gang style, killing children and decapitating them, and we're worried about our own
in the name of religion. Yeah, and it's okay to put killing Jews is an honor. You can put those posters on subways, and it's legal now.
Yeah, and it's nuts. I mean, Nazis are rising to power in Greece. I mean, they have Nazis in the political party in Greece, right?
Well, we need to talk about the economic downfall in Greece or something. That's another book of worms.
Yeah, it's in my future list.
All right, so
Anyway.
in the end story, the Confederate flag, the General Lee, why is it being banned? Are people really offended, or is it just another control mechanism?
No, I think what it is now is that people want to find things to be offended because it will give them their 15 minutes of fame.
Oh, yeah, well,
Right?
I don't know. I don't know anybody name-wise that isn't a big name that's been blathering on about this. So that is out. I mean, their internet fame is not worth.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Anyway, I would say it's the 4th of July. Celebrate your independence. Raise your flag. Shoot your fireworks. Wave your Confederate flag. You're free until you're dead. And that's it. And that's it. All right, you're listening to the Bruce and Deuce Show, not a politically correct channel. If we offend you, we do not apologize. We're just saying things for how they are. Wake up, people. Just mature. You're going to die one day. Let's try to live civilly and not make a big deal out of stupid things.
They said love wins, but
It doesn't.
It didn't.
No. Jesus got crucified. Yeah, that's what's going to happen if you love.
Yeah, what happened to Gandhi?
Yeah, well, he's dead.
What happened to Martin Luther King?
All right, you're listening to the Bruce and Deuce Show with Kip and Cam.
You're listening to the Bruce and Deuce Show, but I digress show with Kip and Cam.